Hey guys, Rodney here. It's been an eventful few days. We got some newbies. Uh, Introduced them to going on missions. Went to a club, shot up a club. Um, had to rescue Hood and Shade. That was fun. The newbies did that. I just was working pickup duty after they blew up my car. I'm not mad. Um, but yeah. Uh, but I have to talk about this last day. It was a couple days ago at this point when I'm recording this, and so River was worried about this shopkeeper. I guess he's like a father figure to her. Um, but we went there, talked to him. Um, Apparently he can read minds, like I guess he can read minds, which is not an uncommon ability. But he read my mind. He read River's mind, and I don't know. But apparently he was hiding a cult in his basement, the evolution cult, which is weird. They were about to assassinate the professor, and then Oswald and River jumped up and distracted them long enough that I could get everyone out of there. Remy flooded the place, and we bolted. We got the professor, so he's safe, he's sound. But yeah, it's been an eventful few days. So we're gonna rest for a little bit, and we'll see what happens next.
Hi, my name's Allie, and I play River.
My name is Kyle Castles. I play Oswald Silva.
Hi guys, my name is Elena, and I play Remy.
And my name is James, and I'll be your friendly neighborhood dungeon master for this evening. And welcome to Dice Drop. So, it's pretty peaceful for about a week at the warehouse. You guys aren't really bothered for about a week. After, a whole 72 hours of pretty much going nonstop, 48 hours, I'm sorry, of just going nonstop trying to find Professor Lancaster. You guys take a moment to rest. The rest of the gang is enjoying having their father figure back. Professor Lancaster is taking most of the week to recover. What are you guys doing in that week?
Oswald's going to do a mixture of sleeping and trying to learn as much about technology as he can from Data.
Okay. Data does pretty much run you through his entire setup. So you were pretty proficient with computers and things before. So learning more about hacking and things like that come pretty easily for you.
I bet you he's pleasantly surprised.
So, Oswald, since you spend most of the week with Data, you now have a permanent +2 to your technology checks.
Ooh.
So in the other, could he just put other and do a +2 to it?
I already did it for you.
Oh, how sweet.
Liddy. So now can I, try to hack something just to see,
Yeah, so Data... So you're talking to Data, and pretty much as your final test,
like it's like the end of the week, and data pretty much tells you, I want you to hack this IP address. Doesn't tell you where it's from, just tells you to hack it.
Naturally.
So, go ahead and give me a technology check.
17.
Okay. So, it's fairly complex firewall, but you do manage to hack it. It's not overly hard, but you do manage to hack it. And you see a duplicate of the screen on one of Data's screens. And it's basically the wallpaper is a self-made drawing. Looks like a black rose on a very nice background. And you hear, as you start clicking through files, because Data is telling you, oh, go here. And you start clicking through files, you hear the door open behind you, and Shade is standing there giving you the meanest look.
I immediately put my hands up and point at Data.
Data points right back at you.
What's Jira and Pearl doing? Do they react in any way?
Jira and Pearl, Jira like points her head at Data. Pearl points her head at Data, and Jira just stares blankly at Shade.
Close out of it now. There are files
I back away and point at Data even more.
Was she on a dating site?
No, it's a lot of like you see like in the file directory the word diary that you were just about to click on. And she looks at you, Oswald. Close out of it, or you will regret it.
I put my hand on the computer and I say the word self-destruct.
Give me, because of your ability, either give me a persuasion or a technology check, whichever one is higher.
Which one's higher? Yeah, that would be technology then. 20? I got a 20.
Data looks at you, wide-eyed, as his tower fries.
Oh no!
I look at Data and I say, look, man, wait, hold on. Sorry, I gotta get back into character voice. It's been a while. Look, man, I'm more scared of her than I am of you, all right? I mean, you're scary in your own right, but oh boy, she...
Shade puts her hand on Data's shoulder as his bottom lip starts to quiver. I'll get you a new tower, Data. Don't you worry. We'll go up to the middle district and we'll get you a new computer. Don't worry about it.
Poor baby.
Now I feel really bad. I kind of pull Shade aside and I'm like, can I come help you? Like, without Data hearing, I'm like, can I come help you with that? Like, we don't have to buy it. We can steal it. I'll help you. I'll knock some people out because I do feel bad for doing that.
Oh, I was fully intending on stealing it. We don't have the money for that shit.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely help you out with that.
Yeah, but yeah, you probably know more about computers than I do. So yeah, it's best if you come along.
At this point, yeah, I'm gonna get him like literally the best tower that money can buy. Well, that people can steal, but money can buy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you guys spend the rest of the afternoon at a computer store, and you guys pick out like the meanest looking tower that you guys can find.
Like Alienware, except it's like, you know, half of it is like plate glass or some shit. It's all colorful on the inside. It looks like a rave is going on in there. It's like, you know, the most powerful shit. It's thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, you guys. It is. Yeah, and Shade easily like, hey, go distract the people up front. Go ask them a question or something.
In typical Oswald fashion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna start clicking and unclicking my shield, but act like it's a malfunction and just start accidentally smacking people, like lightly, but be like, oh god, I don't know how that's happening. That's weird. What's happening?
Give me a deception check.
I got a 6, damn it. Can I have advantage?
You know what? Fuck it.
I'll hero point. I'm using
You do.
Definitely using a hero point. That's 12. Okay. Well,
That's enough. They're not really all that. They're like looking at the shield. You're like randomly like, oh god, I don't know why that's happening. It is usually so freaking yeah. And you don't see Shade as she like as she walks out invisibly. You hear the alarm going off as she walks out the door, and everybody's just kind of like so focused on you they don't notice the door opening and closing. But they hear the alarm and go, what the why is everything malfunctioning?
I look at like everybody and I'm like, looks like everything is fucking up today. Hold on. I'm gonna go take care of this. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. Oh god, what happened with the alarm? We gotta call a guy.
I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah. So you see Shade with the computer box sitting next to her about a half mile away, and you guys, she like gives you a high five, and you guys return to the warehouse.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna carry the thing. I guess Shade will come in too, but I'm gonna carry the thing. I'm gonna knock on Data's door. I really hope he's not like crying currently.
No, he opens the door. He looks a little disappointed, but he opens the door and he looks at you. And
hey, Data, you remember how I blew up your computer earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Shade went on an adventure, and then I like slide the new, more powerful computer over with my foot.
You see his face go from mildly disappointed to kid in Christmas time.
That's what
as he takes the box, tears it open, he looks at it, and you see his eyes go wide, and he immediately starts hooking it up where the old computer used to be. Yeah, he has completely forgiven you.
I give Shade a high five.
Shade high fives you back.
All right, I'm gonna go take a nap now.
So that was Oswald's week. Remy and
What?
River.
River, I'm going to guess, is going to start pestering Rodney to teach her how to fight a little bit more so she could have a little bit more handle on her abilities. And she also kind of wants to torment Skull a little bit just because she can.
Okay. Where are you guys keeping Skull?
I figured he was just in the kitchen tied up in a chair, if I'm being very honest. We just put him in a corner.
I don't think he would be tied up the whole time, though. Like, at some point, we would just let him, like, kind of roam about.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's basically harmless. Like, he can't go back to his old ways because he was outed. So.
Oh, also, we need to have that conversation of what the fuck are we going to do with this 300-pound gorilla?
I imagine you guys had that conversation very early in the week.
I feel like we included him in the conversation too, because Oswald definitely would have gone up to him and been like, hey, so you can't go back to your old life, right?
Well, yeah. I mean...
And if you step foot outside this building, people will try to kill you. It's not going to be a good time, I imagine.
Hood would definitely try to kill him immediately. He would step out and be like,
but I
"Whoosh."
I think one guy trying to kill him is a little bit more manageable than literally the entire Undercity, whatever the fuck. So.
Oh,
You see-
trust me, the lower district gangs all over him. I'm right next to him, all over us. It'll be fun. It'll be a riot.
I don't want to be part of that.
Nope.
So Hood, now that you've mentioned Hood, he gets this sadistic grin as he's leaning against the counter in the kitchen, just like, I say we use him as human target practice. I'm just saying.
I smack his arm.
Yeah, I was about to say, I punch him on the shoulder. And I'm like, be nice. He's been through enough.
All right, Skull. So here are your options, really. You go outside, you die. You could stay here and be like our butler. That would be, but then like you would have to stay here, but like we have to kill you because now you know about us and where we're at. And that just seems like a mess and a lot of work. We could cut out your tongue if you really want to live.
I smack her.
Ow, what the fuck? I'm just saying.
You see Skull's face get ever more horrified. He was like, yeah, I could die. Ew, butler. Ugh, tongue. Ugh, what?
I look at him and I'm just like, all right, straight up, you go out, you're gonna die. Hood's gonna fuck with you every now and then.
Oh, not every now and then. That motherfucker would have Data put a tracker on his ass, and he would just use him as human target practice whenever he got bored.
Yeah, like I said, he's gonna fuck with you every now and then. I'm not gonna fuck with you because you yeah, I just don't care. So
I might fuck with you.
Look, I'm not gonna tell people about you guys. You guys scare me more than most.
Okay, but here's the thing. How can we trust that?
can Jira be like on top of my head, not Pearl, but Jira just staring at him?
You're
It's
huge.
like-
It's like a hat.
Jira's just staring at him.
Yeah. Jira's just staring at him, and he's just, the lizard's creepy.
What does Jira say about him, actually? I want to know.
I could use something as maybe prey.
At that moment, River goes, what if we feed him to Jira?
Jira looks at River and back, and just kind of, as well as he can, looks down at you, Oswald, and just,
Can we?
I tell them both no.
No, you're right. Human flesh probably wouldn't taste as good as a mouse.
I mean, we could probably just barbecue it. I can make some with some of the bricks over in
her
the
again.
land. Ow! Will you stop that? I'm the only one coming up with ideas right now.
Yeah, but they all involve killing him or eating him, and he hasn't really done much to us.
What other way are we going to make sure this guy does not speak other than the fact that he's scared of us? Ah, I'm so scary. And she just starts whipping her arms like one of those CrossFit ropes.
Remy is just pinching the bridge of her nose, and she's just like, why doesn't he just join us like everybody else?
I suggested that he be... Okay, I suggested the butler. I said butler.
I point at Remy and stare at River.
I said butler. I don't understand. Literally. How funny would it be, though? It'd be like a mutant hideout and a human butler.
I'm talking about something above the whole butler deal, because if you think about it, what skill assets does he have to be a butler? You gotta go to school for that kind of stuff.
There's
I
a
look at
school
Remy
for
and I'm like,
butlers?
I look at Remy, I'm like, wait. You have to get a degree to be a butler?
Not a degree, it's sort of like a formal pedigree of sorts where you have
Is
to
it like
go
a
to
trade school sort of?
Yes, it's like a trade school. It's like passed down in the generations and blah 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 and this and that. I don't know the logistics of it, but you know, he's not the type.
You're whispering. He can't hear you.
Professor Lancaster clears his throat behind you guys.
Oh, hey, Papa Lancaster.
I shoot Remy a look.
Remy?
Remy River. I shoot River a look.
What?
Listen, look, I think we should let him go. All right.
That doesn't sound quite as fun. If I'm kind of on Team Hood with this at this point.
Look, this guy knows there's a target on the back of his head, both from us and from them, whoever they are.
Literally the entire criminal underground, but continue.
So if he even goes anywhere near his gang or anyone who would actually want to hunt us, he would be shot down before anything else. So he's going to go underground. Or, you know, he could go to the Middle District, where
I
he would
did have
be
a
safe.
pretty decent life there. I can tell you that.
Doesn't really look the type. I've been there a few times.
I'm sure he'll fit in.
Perfectly.
All
Look.
he really needs is a little makeover, and he'd just fit right in.
I look at Remy, and then
that
I
out
look at Skull, and I'm like, I second this motion.
What time of day is it when we're having this conversation?
Breakfast.
All right.
Probably.
So, was Rodney cooking in the kitchen?
Mhm.
Okay, River gets up and goes, all right, no one's gonna go for my plan, so I'm gonna go bother Rodney.
Well, you guys are in the kitchen. Rodney's just kind of cooking around you guys.
Oh yeah, no, she's just going to follow him and tell him what he's doing wrong, because now they know that River can cook.
River, I swear to God.
You're overcooking the bacon.
I
I'm
am
watching you overcook.
I am not overcooking the bacon.
Do you know how many burnt pieces of bacon that I had to shift around? I just threw them all at Hood. He couldn't tell the difference.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Remy has a
that's-
whole entire mouthful of bacon, and he's just like, "Oh, the bacon's fine. Keep it up. The bacon's fine."
See, Remy, Hood, Shade, they all like my bacon. Why do you have to criticize?
Because you burn it every time.
No one likes fluffy bacon.
It's crispy.
You see this dark part? You see this dark black part right here? That's burnt.
It
That's
is crispy.
flavor.
Remy, I'm a little bit concerned of how you eat for coming from the upper district, but you know what? Good on you, girl. Proud of you.
I have a
Oh, I didn't.
metabolism like a hummingbird.
Professor Lancaster looks at you. Oh, I didn't raise no princess.
Mm-mm.
She's still eating.
She has a mouthful of pancake.
Listen. Now back to this. I'm gonna let this guy go. If he does lead somebody here, we will know. And we have a master assassin who will hunt him down.
Which one of us?
We have several. But however, the only other one who is a master assassin is the one with the bow. And he's fairly accurate with that thing. Oh, and the one with the sniper rifle who can hit a copper piece about, oh, what would you say, Rodney? 200 yards? Make that 300 yards.
Hey, Tex, can you teach me how to shoot?
No.
Fuck.
Remy looks at River with wide eyes. I can.
Remy's gonna teach me how to shoot. It's gonna be a girls' day.
This is not going to end well.
Shade, you want in on it? Shade, come on. Girls' day.
I already know how to shoot. Thank you very much.
Okay, but do you want to watch me learn how to shoot?
No, I'm gonna stay as far away from that as I possibly can.
Not as fun. Thought you were
I-
a girl. No, you're not a girl's girl. You don't want to come with us.
Listen, I have seen people shoot backwards. I don't know how it happened, but they aim forward and the bullet goes backwards. I've seen it happen. I'm not going to be anywhere near that. Especially with your elastic limbs.
I don't know what you're talking about. My limbs are perfectly normal. And she drops her arm to the floor.
Remy is
Anyway.
just silently configuring in her head how the hell does a bullet go backwards and is trying to do the math all in her head.
Wait, is Oswald there too?
Yeah,
Mhm.
He's gonna pipe up and be like, wasn't there an old movie that had to do something with curving bullets? With Angelina Jolie.
Who the fuck is Angelina Jolie?
Oh,
Are
she
you
doesn't
talk-
exist in this
are you-
world? Never mind.
Are you talking about one of those classic actors?
Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the early 2000s.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Well, that's like gone.
Yeah, I like old movies. What can I say?
Holy shit. That's like so old. Holy fuck. That was pre-mutant, my guy.
Yeah, well, you know. I get bored.
Anyways, Rodney, if you don't teach me how to shoot, cute little Tex there is going to teach me how to shoot.
Remy finger guns.
River finger gun back.
Oswald pinches the bridge of his nose.
Remy scoops up more bacon.
Are you gonna stop criticizing my bacon?
Get the burger coming!
Okay, fine. I'll stop criticizing your bacon. But I want to have a barbecue off.
Now that I'd be there to see.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yes. Yes.
So, we all in agreement we're letting this sumbitch go?
Yeah, but if he comes back here, we're gonna, she points to Rodney, sniper him and or shoot a bow in his ass while pointing at Hood at the same time.
Oh, if he makes it past these two, I'm quite proficient with a shotgun myself. So,
River then stops pointing at both the boys and then finger guns Papa Lancaster.
as Remy's former boyfriends can attest.
I bring my hand directly up into my head, like just sort of like almost like a teepee, almost like just placing my first three fingers, and it's just like, ugh.
All right, so yeah, River's going to, for her week after that conversation, basically train with Rodney, and the cigarettes that Skull had, did he leave them there out of fright, or?
You guys emptied his pockets, and Professor Lancaster escorted him out without letting him have his possessions.
Okay, well then River steals Skull's cigarettes because she doesn't want to touch the ones that she got from Barney.
Okay. Okay. So you have about a half pack of cigarettes.
All right, so that's about 10.
Okay. So, River, you're going to spend the rest of the time training with Rodney?
Yeah, training with Rodney. There is one thing that I kind of want to put out there is that there's something off with River.
Okay.
Like there's something not like fully there. Like she's missing something.
Give me a wills. Are you trying to hide it at all?
I mean, River's kind of, well, she's a closed book, but she's an open book. It depends on how well they've noticed her and noticed her mannerisms, that if they're going to be able to notice or not.
Okay.
Because she's not exactly hiding it, but she's not exactly saying anything either.
Okay. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
We'll circle around to that. Remy,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing in your week off?
Okay, so one of the things that I know for a fact she wants to do with her dad, and just exclusively with her dad, is hold some sort of like remembrance ceremony for her mom.
Okay.
Like, she doesn't want really anyone else involved. Like, she just wants it to be her and her dad.
Okay.
And she's wants to, like, obviously, like, tell her dad, like, everything that's happened so far, because that's just who she is. She just wants to be like, and then this happened, and then, like, going on and, like, just basically telling everything that happened up until the point in which they reconnected. And then she wants to question him.
Okay.
And talk to him and ask him a whole bunch of questions. And then she definitely wants to be training, like, more hand-to-hand combat style, and then a little on the side, because she's still not quite comfortable using her powers yet.
Right.
But that's what she wants to do this week, if possible.
What do you want to ask Professor Lancaster?
Let me get my questions.
Oh, God.
I have a lot. Okay, so first question. So, like, I imagine this is after he's rested for, like, a day or two. And, like, he's regained all of his strength. And so she's, like, just sitting there. And she's, like, they're, like, I guess alone, like, in his room or something. And she just goes, like, Dad, I have a couple of questions. If you don't mind answering them. I mean, it's okay if you can't. But I know we're honest and open. But after the couple of days I've had, it doesn't seem like you were all that honest and open with me. Like, we agreed upon when I was 7, and I broke that vase. That wasn't really a vase. But, you know, transparency and all that.
Really puts the parent in transparency.
Professor Lancaster gives you a kind of a mournful look, and I do believe you deserve some answers. Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out which question I want to ask first, because I have like 20 of them, but I'm probably only going to ask like 2 or 3.
You have 20 questions?
Yes, there's so much that happened. Me, Elena, is a very inquisitive person, and so is Remy. So her mind is just reeling as much as mine is. Don't judge me. So I think, like, her first and foremost question would be, how long did you know about, and just sort of like gestures to like her, but is just sort of like awkward with it, and then like sort of like gestures to him, and is just like attempts to say, you know, with the and it just sounds real, it tastes really bitter in her mouth, and she's like, you know, the things that make the water go up and down, and it's the powers.
Sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
You can say mutations. It's fine.
She's
All
like
right.
stretching her body around like she does not feel comfortable.
And I've known at least that you were a mutant since you were about 12.
12? What happened when I was 12?
I did the test. I personally did the test. And you came back positive.
Wait a second. Are you telling me when you turn 12 there's no such thing as a second flu shot?
That's technically the mutant test, yes.
Daddy, no!
I really wanted Oswald to come out of nowhere and be like, Daddy, yes.
I love Oswald.
He's such a piece of shit.
At that time, I was the leading researcher on the mutant gene, and yours was one of the ones that came back positive. I covered it up so that you wouldn't be taken away from me.
Oh.
Okay. Follow-up question to that. Was I ever a human lab rat to you? Because I remember a little inkling of like one of the guys saying that I might have been a human lab rat, but now I didn't think that'd be true, but now I guess it is.
No, you were never a human lab rat. I can assure you of that. You and your mother and I would never do that to you. No. We kept an eye on you. Don't get me wrong. I was waiting for your mutation to manifest, which I suppose I missed.
Yeah, that wasn't pleasant. I sort of melted off the faces of like 7 dudes.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool if you think about it, but also kind of nasty because it smelled. Those floors ain't getting cleaned anytime soon.
So, yeah, we never did any tests on you, just the mutation test that is required by the government. But we never did any tests on you. We just observed because we knew it would manifest eventually. We didn't know how it would manifest because, these things are random. But, yeah.
So, is it you or was it Mama who had these powers?
It was me.
Ooh. And what can you do? Because, I mean, I can do the whole, part the Red Sea deal. Is that, like, hereditary, or can you do something completely different?
Well, I can tell you I do not do anything with water.
Do you do something with, like, fire? Because that'd be pretty cool.
Nothing with the elements. You know how I, growing up, I always seemed to know how you were feeling.
Uh-huh.
Or you remember that time I seemingly shot your ex-boyfriend for no good reason? Or shot at your boyfriend for no good reason? It was a warning shot.
Yes, I remember Crazy Simon.
Yes. So you notice that you hear his voice as he talks, as he says the next sentence. You don't see him move his lips.
Ooh!
I'm a telepath.
I love that the dads all have telepathic tendencies.
I'm sorry.
Yes!
I saw a joke regarding Ice Age, and I'm like, he's got telepathy.
Yeah, I can read minds and impart thoughts into people's heads. Honest to God, I never intentionally used it on you.
I give him a look.
Sometimes you get angry and your thoughts are just like screaming, and I can't control it. I try not to read your mind, honest. But there was this one time, especially this one time when you were 15, and you were so angry at this guy at school, and or you were also angry at your mother, and you were screaming. It was like you were screaming inside your head. I try not to read your mind because it's an invasion of privacy.
Remy's like trying to think back to like the time in which he was talking about, because 15-year-olds are absolutely screaming at everything.
Oh yeah.
And she looks at him and she's like, "Are you talking about the time that Billie Jean Forrester beat me out in the science fair because he did something really stupid with magnets, and Mama told me that I had to do something really cool, and it ended up not being really cool because it didn't work as well because I was trying to use, a smaller magnet," and then her eyes just narrow.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Among other times, that one just kind of stuck out to me.
Is that why I never became an engineer? And then she cocks an eyebrow.
Oh, sweetheart. You weren't going to be an engineer either way.
She throws her hands up in the air and is just like, God damn it.
So, yeah.
Okay, you don't have to answer this now, but I only have one more question to ask you. Based upon your knowledge about all this stuff, you seem to know a little bit about everything about the whole, she gulps. The mutant.
Jesus.
The mutant community.
Remy.
Uh-huh.
Let me see your hand real quick.
I show him my hand and I'm just like not looking at him because she just feels so awkward.
He takes your hand, and you're not looking at him, right?
I'm not looking at him at all.
You feel a sharp pain on the back of your hand.
Pull my hand away. What the fuck?
Say mutant. Loud and proud.
Mutant.
He gives you a sharp yet not as painful slap across your cheek. Come on, you can do it.
Mutant.
Louder.
Mutant.
Loud and proud, sweetheart. Come on, you are mutant and proud.
Mutant.
He starts clapping.
But
Can River come out of nowhere and be like, did you finally fucking say it?
I mean, it took some coercing.
that was the worst 20 minutes of my life.
It took 20
I round the corner too. About fucking time.
You see at this point, Remy's cheek is a little red.
And I just go and shut the door.
River's like, man, you slap your daughter, you're a bad dad.
I hit River. I smack River again.
Ow, what the fuck? Roswell keeps hitting me. Isn't that?
Listen, she's an adult now. It's not abuse anymore.
Oh my god.
So, and then I close the door and I go back over to where we were sitting. And I just go, how many others out there can do what I do? Because this is some pretty powerful stuff.
Like the water bending, or the mutant powers and stuff.
The water stuff, or fire stuff, or air stuff, or earth stuff, or electricity, or who knows, or God knows what else.
I honestly don't know.
That's not reassuring at all there. That's me talking, not Remy.
Look, I've been able to save a handful of mutants, and they're currently either in their rooms or downstairs. They are in this building. I have been able to protect a general few. A lot of them get executed before their powers can manifest. And there are a lot more who haven't been tested. There are probably some mutants out there there might be some mutants, but we don't keep track of them. If we did,
the entire lower district, all over.
and a good portion of the middle district, actually.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So the entire upper district has been tested. They don't want that kind of breed in their high society. But anyway, listen, if we can find someone to teach you other than myself or Robin.
Hear Remy mutter underneath her breath. Robin.
Now, what's wrong with Robin? Don't you be making fun of that boy for his name. I raised you better than that.
Daddy, he's a straight up dick.
I really hope I really hope Hood heard that.
Listen, the boy's a little headstrong, but he's a good kid.
Remy rolls her eyes and crosses her arms, and she's like, "Ah, whatever."
Listen, if it weren't for that boy, you'd probably be dead right now. You hear me?
Fine.
Now, what else did you want to ask me?
Just one last thing.
Okay.
Who exactly were you working for all these years?
Well, I worked for the government for a while. I worked under Jeanette Astoria for a while. But for the last few years, I've had my own private lab. Government funded, of course, which I've been using to further my research, but most of the funding went to this place. It's not much.
I casually look around.
It's not much, but it allows for, these kids to live a better life with someone who cares for them and wants to see them grow. And for the life of me, I wanted to keep you out of it.
Well,
Because
what might really help is if they all had bedrooms of their own. And I look around, trying to be all nonchalant.
well, listen, I had plans of moving everyone into a bigger space eventually. But now that it seems our little family has grown to include you and I, because I guess now I'm living here too, I think soon we'll have to move into a bigger place. I mean, I've seen the makeshift bedrooms that you and River and Oswald have been living in, and I know you probably haven't been happy.
He can read her mind, so obviously he can see that she's been doing a happy dance inside her head for the past 2 minutes since he said we might move.
He's not reading your mind. He knows
Okay.
how to control his power.
Oh my god. Because she's doing a happy dance and it's just like, hallelujah.
So, now, my question for you. How do you feel? Are you comfortable with your abilities?
I look at my hands and Remy just goes, it'll take a lot of getting used to. I might hate myself for a little while, but I think I could get used to it.
Understandable. Now, Robin will teach you how to control your abilities a bit better.
In her mind, she just goes,
I'll help.
Phew.
But I am getting up there in age.
Daddy, you're not a day old or 45.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, these last few days have been pretty rough.
I give him a once over. Can I roll a perception check to look at my dad?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay, my perception is now at +4, guys. This is the great stuff. I got a natural 1.
Wow, I love that build up.
So in total of 5, but it doesn't matter.
He looks like your daddy.
I was hoping to see if I could see any worry lines or stuff, just to see if he looked older than what he is. But I guess not, because the dice hate me today.
And he looks tired. That's about all you can tell.
Okay. That's helpful.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. Now, if that's all your questions, I would like to get some rest now.
Sure. And I like get up and give him a little kiss on the top of his forehead, and then I like leave the room.
Okay.
Hello, friends. It's one of your favorite cast members from Dice Drop Evolution, Elena. We all know I'm your favorite, so it's okay. Just don't tell James, Allie, or Kyle. Welcome to the very first middle bit for Dice Drop Evolution. We are so thankful for y'all sticking with us while we figure out how this whole podcasting thing works. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to do proper sound design, proper editing, proper recording setup, and all sorts of other amazing things, that we try to implement into the podcast. We have amassed such an amount of episodes and recordings that we are unable to get the proper setup that we've already tested, and we see that works. So please bear with us up until we get to that point. I will let y'all know the episode before when it starts to get better. Thank you for bearing with us. We are so excited at how much we have blown up, and it's only been 3 months so far since this episode will come out, I think, if I'm doing the math right. Insert Julia Roberts meme here. We are so excited because y'all actually like us, and it's not just our friends who we're forcing to listen to this podcast or listening to it. We see the metrics, and we see the RS feed. And we love it. We love all of you guys. It's amazing and how much love you guys are showing us just by listening. Anywho, I am not allowed to babble for too long, or else James and Allie, the amazing editors that they are, would literally kill me because I'm talking for too long. We wanted to let y'all know, just in case you already didn't, insert drum roll here, please. We are currently on social media. As of right now, we are only on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for social media purposes. But soon we're going to take over the rest of the social media universe. Don't you worry. On Facebook, we are known as Dice Drop Evolution, so it's the name of the podcast. Don't worry, we have our logo on there that Allie so graciously made for us. And on there, you get updates about the podcast, you get special announcements, and we might be doing some other things on there once we figure out a regular posting schedule for our Facebook. On Twitter, we are known as Dice Drop, so DICE _drop, DROP, so Dice Drop. Allie right now runs the Twitter, and I know she would love to see a big preach from you guys, and so much love. For the Instagram, we are known as Drop Talks, so DROP _TALKS, Drop Talks. I currently run the Instagram, and I have seen so much love from you guys on there. I love and appreciate all of you so much. We have another special announcement for you guys. Insert humongous dramatic drum roll here, please. We are currently in development and are almost done with creating our very own Patreon. Woohoo! We have so many cool things in store. We had a huge weekly discussion about it, so we had to set up a whole different recording session to be able to come up with the ideas for what we would want to have on the Patreon. So we came up with a lot of cool ideas. Allie is currently developing the entirety of the Patreon itself. We will let you know when it is official and we'll talk about that later, or we'll do a group talk, or I'll talk about it on all the different levels and things that you can find in the Patreon and give you some examples of things that we might be doing. So for our social media, we would love to hear from you guys. So please comment, share, send a like, or even send us a carrier pigeon ? To let us know your thoughts and opinions and your conspiracy theories, because I'm a huge conspiracy theory person. So send me all of your conspiracy theories so that we can talk. I know that some people would like to see fan art. Allie and Kyle So that's all I have for you guys today to tell you as of right now. I want to thank you guys again. We're so thankful for you guys sticking with us and please enjoy the rest of the episode, guys. This is a really relaxed one today because we have literally done nothing but action for the past, I don't know how many episodes, since like even the prequel episodes. Please go listen to those in case you already haven't, because they have a lot of important information. But we'll get back into the action, guys. I'll see you later and talk to you guys later. Bye, friends.
So it's a couple days after that. River. It's about halfway through the week. You've been training with Rodney a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting in your room. Rodney doesn't appear to notice that you are a little off. Like, he's going through training. You're doing okay. You're sitting in your room one day, and yeah.
I feel like I'm just looking at the packs of cigarettes that Barney got me, because I know in my heart and I know in my head that was the last time I was ever going to see him and speak to him again, because I knew what was coming for him.
You feel a presence outside your curtain before anything else happens, and you kind of hear a tapping on the floor, and then the curtain shifts, and Professor Lancaster's there.
Oh, shit. Fun. Great. Love that for me.
River, now come in.
I mean, you're already in, bro.
I'm sorry, you don't exactly have a door for me to knock. I did
know.
my best.
It's weird. Yeah, it's fine. It's cool. Yeah, you can come in.
Do you want to take a walk with me? I gotta get out and stretch my legs.
That sounds good. Do you mind if I smoke?
Certainly not.
All right, cool. She takes one of the cigarettes from Skull's pack, not the one she got from Barney specifically.
Mm-hmm. So, Professor Lancaster leads you out of the building. He tells Rodney that you guys are going for a walk. Rodney takes note of the cigarette in your hand. One thing that Remy, you notice is different about your father, especially midweek. He's walking very heavily on a makeshift cane.
Okay.
So he's having trouble walking.
I want to make a note that River is like staying at his pace. Like, she isn't trying to speed up or slow down. She's being very respectful of it.
Yeah. He's quiet for the first few minutes as you guys distance yourself from the warehouse. River.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't known you for very long.
Nope. She lights up the cigarette.
But
not a lot of people here have. Kind of just a floater.
And how do you feel about that? How do you feel having a stable place to call home?
I mean, not everything is. It's cool. It's definitely cool to finally have a roof over my head after like 2 years. So that's pretty tight. But I don't know. Things can get taken away real easily, you know. Things change, things shift. It's cool, and I really like that everyone's so welcoming and ready to have a family or everything, but maybe that's not for everybody. And yeah.
Is that what you're afraid of? that we're gonna abandon you again?
I mean, I'm afraid of everything, man. God, you have that father presence figure gonna make me fucking talk, and I'm gonna not want to do it. How do dads do that? How do father figures? Barney made me do that all the time. You guys are weird. Oh, I'm so happy I don't know mine.
Well, we have a certain touch.
I don't like it.
Listen, you don't have to tell me anything you don't want to.
Okay. I'm not really afraid of abandonment because, I don't know, I've never been abandoned before because you can't really be abandoned if you come from nothing. My most stable thing I had going for me was at least knowing that I was born in the lower district, stayed in the lower district, and the lower district is my home. That's about the only thing stable and constant that has happened through my life.
Right. But now you have people who care about you. And yet, there's something eating at you.
It just, when we went to save you, we gained you as Remy's father, but I basically lost mine. I lost my father to save you. So basically, sure, I only knew him for 2 years, but he fed me, he gave me clothes, he made sure I would never really go too hungry, he watched out for me, and then we go and save you, and I know he's not there anymore. I know in my heart that was the last time I was ever going to see him, and a part of me wishes that he would have came with us, but I also know he knew when his time was, and he was keeping them, all the mutants down there at bay. So, I'm not trying to say I'm not grateful to have you here, because you're full of knowledge and you could help each and every one of us. And I owe it to the people in that warehouse because they saved me from a very shitty situation. So, don't take it as me being ungrateful. I'm a little stuck right now because this is showing that I need to stop getting attached to things. Because every time I get attached to things, they're taken away from me.
River. Listen. Every single one of them in that building. I can't really speak for Oswald. I don't really know his. I kind of.
No one really knows Oswald's deal, but I fucking adore that asshole.
He's a good kid.
Cut to Oswald just like having a conversation with Pearl and Jira. Just random shit, nothing really like.
Oh, you caught a mouse on Tuesday? That's so good. I'm so proud.
Here's his name being said. I sense a disturbance in the force.
Oswald, Pearl caught a mouse and she didn't share with me again.
I look at Pearl with my hands on my hips.
It was a very small mouse. To be fair, it wouldn't have been fulfilling for either of us. Now the other one, on the other hand.
I look at her and I'm like, okay, but next one you get, you give to him, understand?
Yes.
All right.
Asshole.
I just pitched the bridge my nose. Anyway, cut back.
Anyway. Listen. Every single one of them comes from a horrible, horrible situation. And I'll tell you the same thing I told them. You don't owe any of us anything. You understand me?
I mean, I come from a place where everybody owes everyone everything. So that's just basically how ask Hood about it. I feel like Hood is from the lower district. He knew my ex. Ask Hood about it. He knows how we are.
Oh yeah, we've talked at length about what it's like in the lower district, mostly for my own curiosity.
It's shit, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's not good at all.
I've taken a walk from time to time.
Oh, please tell me you were not dressed how you upper district people like to dress, because you would get, no offense or anything, my man, you would get pickpocketed, mugged, and destroyed.
I have a way with people. I do okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Listen, I'm not going to pretend to be any sort of replacement paternal figure to you. Nothing will ever replace... What was his name? The shopkeeper. That's who you're talking
Barney.
about, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Barney.
Barney.
Motherfucker better left me the shop or else I'm gonna kill him. Again. He's dead. He's very dead. Shit. Fuck. Tears are starting to stream down her face.
River. He holds out his hands.
River's like, I don't know if I trust that. The last time, I don't,
He pulls him back. Listen, if ever you need to talk, you come find me. You come find Rodney. Go find Shade.
Why would I go find Rodney before I'd find Shade?
I don't know. He's a good listener.
No, what was that? I'm very... Can I do a perception check on that?
Give me an... Hold on. Is there an insight check in this? I don't remember.
Yes, sir. I think
Yes.
Yeah, there is. There's insight.
Give me an insight check.
All right, sweet. I got an 18.
He actually thinks Rodney's a good listener.
Oh, okay. No, but Shade was the one that brought me here. Why would I go to Rodney instead of Shade?
Listen. Don't tell Shade. This stays between you and me, right?
Yeah.
Shade's a little self-absorbed.
Shade's a little flighty.
Yes.
You can tell her I said that. I don't care.
What happens here stays between us. But I'm always here to talk. My family's huggers. You can ask Remy. If you're not okay. If you're okay.
Your daughter and I haven't really had a conversation. We didn't really get off on the right foot when we first met.
I think there's a cultural difference there. I tried not to raise my daughter as a princess, but she has certain privileges.
That's our nickname for her. We call her Princess.
Somewhere, somehow, someplace, sometime in the warehouse, Remy feels offended. She could feel it in her bones. She's like probably sitting there like relaxing on top of the warehouse, like on the roof. It's just like enjoying the day, and then just out of nowhere stiffens up and she's like, some bitch talking about me.
Yeah, but we definitely call your daughter Princess. Hood does too.
Yeah, he almost exclusively refers to her as Princess. It's very weird.
I think that's the thing for your daughter, by the way.
Somewhere Remy hurls.
I mean, he knows the consequences.
I want to watch the consequences.
Oh, I'm sure you don't.
No, I never... See, here's the thing about growing up as an orphan and as a foster kid. You never got to see dangerous dads, and now I can see it.
I mean, well, as I said the other day, I am pretty good with a shotgun. I'm also pretty good with a knife.
I might need that.
Yeah. And I pass these skills on to Remy. I know she can take care of herself, but there's some satisfaction with shooting her boyfriends.
I need someone to fucking teach me how to shoot because I have some exes that I would love to just. Psh.
The next day, Remy offers in the breakfast nook. Like, that whole conversation with Skull.
So. Look, that's all I wanted to say. And the shopkeep, Arnie, he was kind to me.
He was. What?
Yeah. He came to visit me one time while I was being held there. Yeah, snuck down middle of the night. Gave me the only piece of food that I ever had during that. It was cheeseburger.
God damn it, Barney! He's like giving those out like fucking everywhere.
Listen, that was a damn good cheeseburger.
I know.
I cut to Oswald. Man, I really want a cheeseburger right now.
You didn't eat. You had half of it left and you didn't eat it. You don't get another one.
Remy's just casually eating the Oreos and she's like, Oreo!
Rodney's just standing there. Huh, what if we have cheeseburgers tonight?
Way to make River cry more. Like, River's just like, how the fuck did he make them so good? I'm so confused. She still has like those dried tear marks down her face, like little dried mascara. She doesn't even care.
Look,
it's like,
sorry, I don't know where he got it down in the lower district, but it's all about the quality of the meat and also a good seasoned griddle. Yeah, gives all that flavor.
I'm gonna fucking miss that asshole. He fucking left me. You realize that, right? He could have come. You two could have been dads together. He may have hit on you. I think he was gay, but like, whatever.
Cut to Oswald talking to Remy. Hey, do you think that guy at that convenience store was gay? Because I was getting some gay vibes from him.
I mean, my gaydar is a little broken, but like, oh, goddamn, totally. He was 100% gay. If anything, he'd be going after my daddy if my daddy was gay. And I'm pretty sure back in the day, my daddy did a little, a little experimenting.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, Rodney, what do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, he was definitely gay.
All right, so we're all in agreement then. Cool.
Yeah, I think he was checking me out. It was weird.
He was 100%. I was right in front of him.
Oh, so he was checking you out. Oh,
no, he was checking you out, but I was observing him. I was in front of him, observing him, checking you out. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to thinking about cheeseburgers.
I'll make Oreos.
So you agree we should have cheeseburgers for dinner?
I think we should have 100%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll to see how voraciously Remy nods her head in agreement of cheeseburgers. Oh, would you look at that? Natural 20.
You get a little nauseous.
She gets
My
a little
head
nauseous and Oswald calls for Data. Like, Data, she fucked up.
Data, she got whiplash.
My head snaps off. And cut back.
You see Professor Lancaster just, I feel a disturbance in the force.
River's just like, you want to know what I noticed in like, I don't know, the 3 days I was with those fuckers? That some weird shit happens when I'm not there, and I get upset that I missed it. So this conversation was fun, but my cigarette's gone now, thank you for letting me talk. I still feel like I owe people shit, and I'm gonna get attached, and one of you or all of you are gonna leave me, and I'm gonna have to have a bitch fit, and it won't be cute. All right, I'm gonna go back inside and see what stupid shit they're up to, because it always happens.
So you guys have been gone for a little while. Before you leave, Professor Lancaster nods and just remember what I said. And then you guys head back inside. You guys have been gone for a little while. And you come back and you smell a familiar scent of ground beef, potatoes, Doritos.
Yes.
Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag could be sponsored. Doritos, talk to us. Come on.
We were sponsored by Doritos. Don't even get me started.
Doritos and Oreos, you know what to do.
Doritos.
Hashtag not sponsored. But anyway, you see Rodney sitting there with a large bowl, mixing ground beef with seasonings and stuff, and he's just like, "Oh, hey, we're having cheeseburgers."
River literally looks at him when he says that and goes, "God damn, you're hot."
I round the corner and I look at Rodney and I'm like, "Oh, hey, she's back. Can I have cheddar on mine, please?"
I also want cheddar on mine.
I yell over to Remy, "Hey, what kind of cheese you want?"
Do we have any pepper jack?
Hey, Rodney, do we have pepper jack?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, he said hell yeah.
Sweet! I'll take some pepper jack, some provolone, and some mozzarella.
That's
Holy
a lot of cheese.
shit.
I respect it.
Can I also have 3 burgers on one?
Okay, so Remy wants a triple patty with 3 types of cheeses.
Professor Lancaster looks at Hood, who is sitting on the couch, and you call her princess.
Make sure he puts on ketchup!
River just has her hand on the door frame, just watching this mess, and she's just like, "Do you need me to make the fries, Rodney?"
Oh yeah, fries would be cool too. How about the sweet potato?
I second
Like
that,
we're her-
actually.
It's
Yeah, we
like we're
could
her
do some fries.
maids. What the fuck?
If you need me to saute some mushrooms, that'd be cool too.
I'm
I
going to
literally
kill her.
can't cook, but I can boil some water for you.
We're not. Oswald, stay there.
Okay.
No. Professor Lancaster goes in. I assume Remy's in her room.
Yeah.
Professor Lancaster marches into your room. Give me a parry check.
Oh boy.
Is he gonna slap me?
No, I'm sorry. Give me either a strength or a dex check.
Strength or dex? Okay, hold on. Mouse, scroll up. My dex is a +3, so I'm gonna roll with that one. Yeet. I got a 14 + 3, 17.
You duck out of the way because you know what's coming.
My God, you're making my dad abusive as fuck.
As he walks over, grabs you by your ear, and pulls you out of the room.
I ducked.
Huh?
I ducked.
He rolled higher. He leads you out of the room. He goes, "I taught you better than that."
River's still on the door frame. She just goes, "Hey, princess, how you doing?"
Hey,
You're
what's
still-
up?
You're still gonna call her princess after she ordered a triple cheeseburger.
A princess can order a triple cheeseburger.
Actually, to be correct, she ordered a triple cheeseburger with fries and ketchup.
She would prefer the sweet potato fries, by the way. That's what I got out of that. Would you want those with brown sugar or sea salt, princess?
Her eyes go wide.
Mm. So both. You want both.
I'm rolling to see how voraciously I nod my head. Oh, would you look at that? A 16.
Data, we got another neck sprain.
River's just looking over at Rodney and she goes, I'll start cutting the potatoes.
Fine. You can help.
Why are you such a bitch about me helping? You know I can cook. You and Hood alone and Princess, surprisingly, like shoveled in that macaroni and cheese I made.
Especially mine, because you put Doritos. I'll let you get back to your business.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you can cook.
In the middle of this, can I roll to see how well I'm making these sauteed mushrooms?
Give me
No, we need to have just like an extra cooking check.
I forgot which one we chose to be. I think you said awareness.
No, I feel like that would just be a straight D20.
I think that's what James said too, and I think you and me, Kyle, were both like, wouldn't it just be like a straight up D20? I think I was leaning more towards intellect, but I think James, you honestly did say awareness.
Yeah, it would be more awareness.
Because of the perception.
Yeah. Give me an awareness check.
Okay, that's +2. Yeet! Natural 20!
Oh, those some bomb ass mushrooms.
River like goes over and grabs like, I guess like 6 sweet potatoes and like 6 normal potatoes because she knows how much Hood can eat and it frightens her to the core.
Oh yeah, Hood's stomach. Hood just doesn't have a stomach. I'm pretty sure he has a second mutation where he just doesn't have a stomach. He just has a black hole.
So I'm gonna guess that's like going to conclude that week.
Yeah,
James.
you guys spend the rest of the week. Remy, you spend it training with Hood with Professor Lancaster supervising.
Before any of us kill each other.
Yeah. Especially we don't want a repeat of the last time you guys fought. I don't think Hood's ego can take it.
No.
But you spend the week training. Are you focusing more on your powers, or are you focusing more on like hand-to-hand combat?
I'm focusing more on hand-to-hand because I feel like Remy, like, she even stated that at the beginning, well, at least I did, that she wants to do more hand-to-hand because she knows for a fact that if she can't get, because me, an intellectual, knows that you can easily just pull water out of the air, but I don't think Remy knows that she can do that yet. So I think, like, if there's ever a situation where she can't use water, she needs to know how to fight.
Right. So, yeah, I now put a thing on your character sheet that you have hand-to-hand combat +2.
Ooh! And it's it's a +5. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. So
So I won't be pistol whipping anybody on accident anymore.
Bitch.
Well, that wouldn't count toward your if you're like trying to pistol whip someone. That's more if you're actually going to punch something.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, I have at least a better of a chance now of hitting somebody and making it hurt.
River.
Yes.
You're training with Rodney.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Lancaster supervises for most of the week. Rodney has one stipulation, and that's you train early in the morning.
Yo.
River's always coming in at least like 20 minutes late.
And you always walk in and he's just crossed his arms, tapping his foot.
And River always holds up the coffee that then made her late and goes, yeah, I see you, cute stuff.
By the fourth day, you notice that there is already coffee made when you get up.
River's just like, involuntarily trained him. That's nice.
So, do you focus more on your abilities, or do you focus more on or do you focus more on fighting?
I feel like it's a little bit half and half with her.
Okay.
Because you even said, like, in, like, 2 episodes ago, that Rodney was having issues. Like, he was, like, kind of fighting against her and his ability when it came to her trying to, like, run away to go and see Barney. So, we're just going to see how that interacts with one another.
Okay. When you he starts out first of all with hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight up, no powers allowed, no weapons, just straight up beating on each other. One day you guys do try your abilities. Give me a fighting check.
Okay. I got an 11. Opening up Rodney's character sheet.
You want to hear what's funny?
What?
He got an 11 too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aw,
Dex.
cute.
Oh wait, no, it would be strength. Strength off. Strength off.
No, what actually happens is you guys are at you guys are so neck and neck because of his speed and your bendiness. Neither of you can land a hit.
After, like, they're like, realize this, River sits on the floor and just starts to cry, laughing. She just goes, we're 2 in sync, this is great.
Like you whip your arm out, he's gone. He comes in for a hit, you bend out of the way. And this goes on for like 20 minutes until both of you just start dying. Just, I can't. Nope.
River's just like, this is literally the greatest. I don't want to fight with Hood. This is too much fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys are evenly matched with powers. So you don't really get a whole lot out of training with your powers.
So it's better for hand-to-hand with us.
Yeah, you do have, same as Remy, you do get a +2 to hand-to-hand.
Ooh, fun.
Oswald, are you training fighting at all, or are you just training with Data?
I would just be training with Data.
Okay. Okay. So, with that, you guys come to the end of the week. It's been about a week since you rescued Professor Lancaster. He's moving a little bit better toward the end of the week. He's had kind of healing sessions with Data, trying to get him back to where he used to be. He's at the point where he only uses the cane occasionally. He only has the cane just in case. More to lean on when he's standing than to walk. But you guys finish up breakfast. Training sessions already done. And you guys
start to mill about, going about your business, when Data comes out of his room. Everyone, you might want to see this.
Oh God. River
All right, here
then
we
pops
go.
out of her own room and goes, you know, when Data comes out of his room, it's bad.
Data goes into the living room-esque setup, turns on the television, and you see a kind of familiar cloaked figure.
Oh no.
Remy grits her teeth.
I just pinched the bridge of my nose.
Citizens of Eden, I would call you my fellows, but to you and those you serve I have been branded an outcast, a criminal from birth for a disease you cannot cure. I and my brethren have been cast aside, burned for your amusement, and so you can claim your so-called sense of safety. Many of you fear those around you are one of us. You treat us as if you will catch our disease. I am here to tell you, citizens of this paradise, we have no disease. It is you, citizens, who are ill. The illness of mundanity courses through your veins and you fear difference. You crawl into your beds at night and pray there is nothing that will harm you. We are the next stage of humanity. We are your superiors in every way, in intellect and in raw power. Power that you wish to take away from us. You wish to rewrite our genetic code in order to keep your place at the top of the food chain, but no longer. To my brethren out there listening to my message, here is my message to you. No longer shall we be crushed beneath the boot of our oppressors. No longer shall we face criminal punishment for being different, for being stronger, for being better than those who dare to oppress us, who dare to take away the gifts that a higher power has given to us. Millennia ago, a man named Moses led his people from the grasp of an oppressive leader, a leader who forced them to build shrines to his legacy. Let me be your Moses. Dear brethren, let me be your savior, for the evolution has begun.
River's just like, oh no. Why would... That's like as bad as saying your real name out loud, man. Oh, fuck.
Oswald.
You're the only... you and Remy and Rodney are the only ones here that like hearing their real name.
And so you guys hear the speech. You guys hear, and on the screen turns from the face of the hooded figure, and you see a building. It kind of looks familiar. It doesn't look like a prominent building of any sort, but there is an explosion.
That was a lot dramatic. That was a very dramatic. Why?
You can speak pretty good English there.
I can't. Did you just watch what I just watched?
Yeah.
You're not freaking out. Oswald, I'm starting to think you have a little bit of psychopathic tendencies.
I have 2 lizards for pets. Whatever gave you that idea?
River then looks over at Remy. She does like that little like dramatic head turn, like, what are we, what, that, ooh, hey guys, that doesn't look good.
You see everybody else in stunned silence.
Oh, I'm the only one that's a nervous talker. Fuck.
And you see Professor Lancaster staring at the TV, closes his eyes, takes a deep breath. You guys know what to do.
I don't... Okay, here's the thing, Professor Lancaster. Because River's the only one of sound mind that can actually speak right now, because this is how she is in these situations, always.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of us, she's pointing to the entirety of everybody, could deal with that just yet.
I'm kind of nodding my head. Like, yeah, honestly, we're kind of far behind to deal with that.
I mean, that just seems like a honest to God murder mission. Like, we would be murdered. We would be gone. Dead.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, River. There are innocent people out there.
Yeah, and I'm an innocent people, and I don't want to get dead.
I have absolute faith in everyone in this room.
I don't.
You'll have data on Overwatch, myself on Overwatch.
Nothing.
River, we do have to go try and help those people at some point.
I understand we have to help the people, but I don't want to get into that hooded guy who we saw in the underground. He was on the TV. I don't want to touch that. He wants to kill us, Oswald. We ruined his speech.
I thought we made it better.
God.
You see Hood is already gone.
God damn it, motherfucker being a...
He's just run back to the training room. He's not actually gone.
Oh, okay.
But he does come back with his bow and quiver strapped on, his hooded jacket, his hood flipped up. He's ready for battle.
God.
Rodney disappears.
Not him too. He was the smart one. Ah, shit.
I stand up and I unclick my shield, like I do my shield out, and I'm like in an epic pose, and I'm like, I don't know why my shield's out right now, to be honest. That just seems like a cool thing to do.
Oswald, peer pressure.
Not peer pressure. I want to look cool too.
Rodney comes back with like a double holster, 2 pistols there under his arms. And he puts his jacket on over top. He's ready.
We're just saving the people, right? We're not going to go face...
No, we're not going to fight the hooded fuck. We're gonna go save the... Why would we fight the hooded fuck?
I was scared. He scares me. You know how hard it is to scare me? It's not hard at all. This is all a face.
Shade... Rodney... hands Shade her weaponry, which includes she has kind of a plasma sword that she uses, as well as a sidearm that she straps to her hip.
All right, fuck it. I'll give in to peer pressure. I smoke. Who gives a fuck?
Remy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, that's literally it. We're all standing up ready for battle. Remy's just looking at her phone or some shit, and we're like, hey, Remy.
No, that was just me. Sorry. No, like Remy, like after the whole like initial shock factor, and I think as soon as Hood went to go get dressed, then Remy immediately went over, got dressed into like her black turtleneck and her like skinny jeans.
You realize
and, like her boots.
Stealth mission.
No, but like she doesn't really have any other clothes to wear that like she like like you know like I don't know, like we don't have any like superhero costume.
River's like wearing her black tank top that has like skeleton hands that are just like cupping the titties, and she's wearing black skinny jeans and like boots. That's what she's wearing.
But she's like basically like almost out the door and is like looking back to everybody and is just like, y'all ready or what? And then just bolts out the door.
River's like going, she's just like, do I get to drive at least? Can I do something?
Can we go get the bikes? I feel like the bikes will be helpful here.
The bikes are over in Xander's garage.
Well.
Do you want to know what I don't want to do right now? See my ex.
Remy, sometime during the week, Professor Lancaster and between Professor Lancaster, Data, and Rodney, they kind of fashioned a water skin for you.
Sweet!
So you have some water. Picture like Katara's water skin she has at her hip.
Oh my god, yes!
That's the bending water?
Yeah.
Yes! I'm so excited! Okay, listeners, at this point, Avatar The Last Airbender has already come out on Netflix, and like I've already watched it like 3 times. I cannot tell you how much I've been waiting for James to finally give me a Katara bending water canteen. Jesus oh my god. I'm so hyped.
And for once, Rodney willingly hands you the pistol.
I take it and I look at it. I first like check to see if it's loaded and then put it back up, put the safety on, tuck it into my boot, and I just go, I see that man in black, he's mine, and I go out the door.
River's like, definitely not yours, and while she's saying definitely not yours, she's like taking out her piercings on her face because she's just like, I just don't want something to hit him.
As you're checking the pistol, Remy, Hood walks by. I swear, Princess, if you hit me with that, there's an arrow with your name on it.
Oh my god.
You hear River go, definitely hit him with it.
I walk up to Remy and I'm like, I swear, Remy, if you hit him with that, I'm gonna die laughing.
River then walks up to Remy and goes, Remy, I swear to God, if you hit him with it, I will make you mac and cheese every day this week.
I completely ignore all of that, and then I cock the gun, put the safety on, and go, if I see the man in black, he's mine. And I march out the door.
Rodney goes up to you, Oswald. Are you sure you don't want any sort of ranged weapon or anything, any sort of weapon at all? I mean, that shield of yours is working out pretty good, but
yeah, I've always been more defensive in my life anyway, so this works out.
Okay.
River's going in there no weapon. I just want to make that very clear.
Okay.
No, it's like it wasn't offered to her. No one trusts her with
it. Everyone kind of looks like you do better without weapons.
River's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get what you're saying.
So with that, you guys are heading out the door. Load into one of the speeders, or I'm sorry, the speeder, since you guys blew up Rodney's. And by the way, for a week, he has not let any one of you live that down.
Technically, we didn't blow it up. Jeanette and her cronies did.
Yeah, we didn't blow it up.
Yeah.
It would still be living. Technically, he gave us his speeder. Mm-hmm. So technically, it's his fault.
Yeah. But River, he does give you, like, everyone kind of agrees that you take the keys because you'll get them there faster.
River's just like, yes. And she looks at Shade and she goes, Shade, we need to race at some point, huh?
All right, if you want to lose.
Oh, you think we're gonna lose? You realize everyone gave me the keys here and not you.
Yeah.
She gets into the car.
So you guys speed off, and that's where we're gonna call a session.
All right.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening in. This has been episode 10 of Dice Drop Evolution. This is the first episode of our second arc, so be sure to tune in next Friday for the continuation. Trust me, it's one you don't want to miss. For news and upcoming events, be sure to check out our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all linked in the description of this episode. And be sure to like, subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us what you thought of this episode in your favorite podcast directory. Leave us a review in Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening to this. And we will see you guys next week.